Can y'all hear me now? Sound like one of those phone commercials. Can you hear me now? Put a one in the chat. Oh, audio. Oh, great. Hmm. Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. You mean tell me I did all that talking, y'all didn't hear Jack? Oh my goodness. All right. Let me try it again. Hey y'all, this is Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio. Zone 6B. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. And also hit that notification bell so that you will be notified of any new videos I might upload. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even know how that happened. I didn't touch anything. Really, I didn't. Oh, so for all the folks I missed earlier, let's see if I can get y'all all again. I know I saw Psalms 146 in here bright and early. Thank you, Psalms. Presbyterian, I know you out there driving. Please be careful and keep your eyes on the road. Cheryl, thank you. Unbiased LLC, thank you very much. Joshua, my Renaissance grandma. I was saying how I enjoyed you in Tampa last night, cutting up on her show. Mike, chaotic. Hello, Cassandra. Thank you very much. Laura's Garden, thank you. Texas, la. You know I've been missing you, sweetheart. Wait a minute, y'all. You know I have to do my girl right. Me. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do. And you know I cut it off there. Hey Sylvia, what's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Girl, let me tell y'all, I was out again hanging with one of my buddies, and I introduced her to two new nurseries. She has always gone past them, but she never went in them. So we went in them today, and my sweet potato slips, for some reason, they started out real good, then they slowed down. I was like, no, I normally start my sweet potatoes here in Ohio the 1st of June. So they had some Beauregard and another kind that I've never heard before. And I was like, I got those. And I found some other little things in there. So I'm getting ready to do a video of all the stuff I have on the porch that I have hardened off. They said that's supposed to rain tomorrow. And then we got one day next week that's going down to 47 degrees at night again. And then we're going to be in 80s for the rest of the week. So I want to kind of get some of this stuff in the ground while it's still cool before the temperatures go from one extreme to the next. It was like 66 today, but the wind was high. So it kind of, how they say that wind chill factor brought it down a little bit. Pepper Rookie, how are you? I'm so glad to see you in the chat. Yeah, I like watching your son out there trying to help you get your garden started, get that carbon and that green stuff for your compost piles. Yes. It's so nice to see you, Pepper. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hey. Oh, there go Babbitt. What's up, bro? How are you? Thank you for coming in this evening. Hey, PIA. I'm in the bushes, but I'm listening, trying to watch. That's okay. I know you be busy, so do what you gotta do, girlfriend. This time of day, a lot of folks are winding their day down. Like I've been in the streets, so I'm retired, so I don't have anybody's clock to punch in and punch out. And I'm not like some of you content creators. You guys stay busy all the time. Y'all got orders to fill, just little old me, and then open for babysitting or whatever else that's needed. So hopefully I'll do that. Yesterday I had my physical therapy. Boy, he worked me over real good. Yes. Yeah, I've been looking for ice. I've been an ice baby. Ooh, this need been singing, but he getting me together though, because come next year, I'm gonna be doing boots on the ground and all the other good stuff, all the other ones you got going. You did? I wanted to sneak that in on you, Pepper. You have helped me out, and I was like, I got to do something nice for Pepper. And I wanted to send it before now, but you had went back and forth into the hospital. So I'm so glad you got it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you made my day. Shannon. Okay, my little homestead. That's my son's name, Shannon. Watching on the TV, just popping in chat to say hello to everybody. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I take all that. Thank you. Showing you love just a little bit. Thank you for stopping in. I'm so glad you got your package, Pepper. I was worried about that. A friend of mine mailed it for me, and I was just like, I hope this goes through the mail. And I'm so glad you got it. I hope you enjoyed the content. Yeah, I got a few more packages to mail out too. Hey, Wellness for Frugal Mama, how are you? How are you? Ads again, YouTube on my nerves today. Oh, they was killing me earlier when I was watching G Quad. They was popping up ads look like every 5 minutes. Yeah, but that's all right. Let them ads run if you can. I need the duckies. I can use all of them. My grandson took me shopping this past Sunday, and I got my 4 cases of water. He do all the heavy stuff. He tell me, he say, Grand, just open up the door and move out the way. And that's what I did. So we stopped at Wally World. Wally World got black cow now. I was like, what? So I got black cow and a really big bag of potting soil, and I'm finna kind of take out some of the old soil in some of these pots and mix up some black cow and stuff. And I also have a coffee can, and in that coffee can I have bone meal, blood meal. I think I have earth, yeah, worm castings, and some slow release fertilizer. So I got all kind of concoctions to beef up my containers because I got all these plants now, and I got to put them out. I'm not gonna keep going out there checking on them. They've been thugging it out on the porch in the cold and in the wind and so. I'm ready to get something in the ground, and I found some of those Dollar Tree trash cans I had them piled up in the corner. I'm gonna put them on top with some garden stakes and hope that I can, keep the deer and the groundhogs out for a minute. So I was like, whew, whoa, boy, we got somebody saying hello to everybody, jumping back in the bushes. Okay, PIA. All right, I'll be looking for new videos from you with your granddaughter in there. I can't wait till my great grandbaby gets to be that big so I can do projects with her. She'll be 2 in July, so she moving right along. She's talking. I was over there a couple weeks ago and I pulled these down. She said glasses, and I was like, yes. And she looked at me. She said, "Those your glasses?" I said, "Yes." And so then later on, we went out and I had sunglasses. She said, "Sunglasses." I had sunglasses on. And I was like, "Yes." And I looked at my granddaughter. I said, "Man, this child gonna be a mess by the time she's 5 years old. She gonna be giving presidential speeches." Yeah, I ain't too thrilled about PT either. Pepper Rookie, I have a blood clot, but it's in my calf, and they won't give me any blood thinners. They won't give me anything that will break it up. They said it's got to break up on its own. They're just making sure that it dissolves on its own. And they said it's going to take a while. So it's in my calf and it slows down my PT because there's only so much I could do. Because when my leg and my knee swell, because I have what they call venous insufficiency with the blood flow, and I got to wear compression stockings, it's a hot mess. Okay. My knee right now is doing one of these. It's just thriving, and I got it propped up. Yeah, so PT, they be working me out. They trying to get me where I want to be, but they have to. They can only go so far until this blood clot break up. But I work out though. I'm doing it. Since I'm doing a project, we'll be back before you leave. Okay, do what you got to do. You know what? I appreciate you guys coming in just to say hello. If you hit the like button and never show your face, I'm good with that because I understand y'all got lives. People are still busy doing things, going places. Like I said, this is a time of day where some people are just getting in from work. Some of you moms or wives are fixing dinner for your families and stuff, or doing homework. And I understand it because, like the man said, been there, done that. So I done got to the point where I can kind of just lay back and chill. It's nice and quiet in my house. And I don't have a problem with it. I learned a long time ago the difference between being alone and being lonely. and I enjoy my alone time. Believe me, I can eat when I want to, wash my behind when I want to, clean when I want to, do whatever I want to. I've been waiting all my life just to do nothing. Okay, so believe me, handle y'all's business, take care of your families, drive or do whatever you got to do. I do believe it. I feel like a kid in Christmas. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed. Thank you so much for you helped me out, and I'm enjoying the seeds you sent me. So I figure one good turn deserves another. Wellness for Frugal Mama. Uh, the answer to your subject is yes, I would. Okay, all right. I was gonna get to that. If you would help someone to build their gardens or to build a chicken coop, would you do so? Because I know I've seen some of the content creators we have in here have done it. Like Bull has shown he's at the church, and Stacy one time showed the gardens that he was helping rebuild at the school. Yeah, and I understand that. You can't do it every summer, but if you get a chance to do so, and some people have community gardens and they help other gardeners for the first time who has a plot and really don't know what to do with them. And they're asking for advice and you're kind of working together. Backyard garden. Hello. What's up? Good evening. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. So would you help them? Or if you got one of your own, do you know if you could find someone to help you put it together? Like I'm handy. I'm like Marie from Homestead Heart. I ain't scared of power tools, okay? I know how to saw and measure and build my own raised beds. If push come to shove, if I had plans, I would build my own chicken coop from scratch instead of paying anywhere from 400 to 5,000 for a custom made chicken coop. For them to just sit and crap all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ursula, how are you? Harvey Container Garden. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Been watching you doing your harvesting too. See, y'all harvesting already. We can't even get stuff in the ground here. I've seen Gina get stuff in the ground because Gina is further south from me, and they're about 10 to 15 degrees almost warmer than what we are up here in Cleveland. So they get a chance to plant stuff even I can't plant. Even TLC lives less than a half an hour away from me, and we both sitting here be talking on the phone. We talk every week like clockwork. And we were saying how we want to get certain stuff in the ground, but we have temperatures that's been dropping to 47 degrees at night. And our plants, your summer stuff like your peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers, that's not that kind of weather. Pepper said they did compartment surgery on my right calf. Okay. Yeah. So, whoo. Yeah. Cheryl said she would definitely help. I think for the most part, if we actually had the opportunity or at least the time to do so, I believe we would and we could. I seen Sherry and Bobby, travel to another farm and help somebody erect their garden, and I've seen Presbyterian when she got her chicken coop done. So for the most part, I think most of us. I can't speak for everybody, but I would say the majority of us wouldn't mind pitching in if we had the time and the energy to do so. Everybody's saying hi to Pepper. Everybody's so happy to see you, Pepper. Peace is and quiet is blissful. Tell me about it. When you can hear your own self think, believe me. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Yeah, it's nothing like it. Like out here, pretty much in the evening, I can sit out on my porch and I can take my laptop out there, watch a movie, drink a glass of wine, pop me some popcorn, and just sit out there and enjoy. I have hummingbirds that come back every year, and I'll be doing a video about that. They come back June the 1st, like clockwork. And I have their hummingbird feeder out, and I got a new one. I got a video on that too. And I have friends who will come over and sit out there on my porch with me, and we'll chit chat and have a glass of wine and just chill. Maybe put on some nice jazz or something. Hey, uh, G Mama. And they'd be like, oh, there's the hummingbird. And I said, yeah, I know. I can hear them humming. You can actually hear them wings flapping. And I was like, is it colorful or is it dull? And they said colorful. If it's colorful, that's Fred. I call him Fred and Ethel Mertz. So Fred, most of the time, the male's species of birds are normally the most colorful, and the female's colors are normally bland. Ethel is all brown, but Fred has a green beak and chest and a ring around his neck. So you can tell the difference between the two. And they come back June the 1st like clockwork. They're the whole summer. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have him in there. Everybody saying hi to Pepper. Pepper, let me tell you, we were so worried about you. And people are just happy to see that you popping up here and there and everywhere. So we're glad. Saw your leg wrapped up from top to bottom, but you'll be all right. Miss Sylvia, how are you, darling? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Well, I appreciate you so much. So yeah, so we see for the most part, if we had a chance to help out somebody else, Fred and Ethel are my hummingbirds' names, and we just enjoy gardening, and you get to talk to somebody and learn new stuff. I do everything DIY, but my son is a big part of getting it done. Hey, nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with an extra pair of hands if you can get it. Right now, I just found out I got a couple of young guys on my street who have been a little bit fascinated in me watching me work in the garden, and they helped bring all my plants up out of the basement for me. And they didn't know that you could grow bananas in a container and lemons and my meatwalk kumquat. It's just blowing their mind. Hey, Serena. Broke my internet, son. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I greatly appreciate that. So a lot of you guys got skills. I watched Ursula when she got all that piping together and put it together and made a screen house for her tomatoes. So I think all of us got some skills that we wouldn't mind sharing with others to help them in their endeavors in starting a garden or a chicken coop if we have the time for it. Because it's a lot of things. People working long hours now. They don't work like 9 to 5 anymore. They working 12, 15, 18, 16 hours. I got a friend right now. He's at the hospital where I retired from. We were good friends. He's a little younger, so he got a long way to go yet before he retire. And he worked like 3 16s in a row. And I told, bruh, when do you rest? And then I'm helping him. He just bought a house. I'm helping him with his yard, and I'm just like, oh man. So I understand what you say. Happy to be alive and kicking. Hey, I feel the same way too. Let me tell you, Pepper, when I first came out of surgery, they gave me too much nerve block and I couldn't feel from my waist down for 2 days. And they normally say they try to get you out of bed and get to walking. I had to feel my legs first. Um, yeah, my OG hydromelon is big as a golf ball now. Oh, okay. That's nice. Everybody saying, hey, LGJG love. How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Yeah. And we're doing a little hand pink and waving. So yeah, a lot of you guys who have your gardens, most of y'all have built your gardens yourselves per se. You didn't have, the big boys come in with the backhoe and all the wood and doing this. Most of y'all have either um, built your own raised beds or you're in buckets or what have you, and you know how to layer them. My girlfriend was here today. Hey, the garden hoe, been missing you, hon. How you doing? And she saw the leaves and wood I got in the backyard. She said, oh, I can get so and so to come take this away. I said, I'm putting this in the bottom of my metal beds I got over there, putting them leaves on top. And she said, yes, right. So you don't have to put as much soil in them. I was like, yep. Pepper said, my favorite time is sundown, sitting in my garden, watching it drop, listening to some jazz or blues. Well, see, my garden is 2 doors over from my house. And my biggest fun would be going over there and popping a few deer that like to eat everything that's not nailed down that I miss wrapping with chicken wire. So I got a different idea chilling in the evening. They actually came and sit inside my flower bed in the front yard and crushed all my flowers. Ah, Yep. So, say garden home. You say Cheryl says she enjoyed watching. Okay, your garden. Nice, nice. Hey, Yankee sister Homestead. Thank you for stopping in, watching on the big screen in the bushes. I ain't mad at you. Do what you got to do. Okay. Hey, Tag. What's up? What's up? Yep. Listen from. And you know what? Like I said, I enjoy all you folks, whether you listening in the bushes, driving behind the wheel of your car, or trying to water your gardens in the evening or do some harvesting because this is a time of day where everybody's trying to wind down. I'm winding down. My friend makes homemade wine. It's pretty doggone good. So since I miss normally wind down Wednesday because that's my Bible study night, I wind down Thursdays. So after this live, y'all might not see me no more tonight. Y'all see me tomorrow. Serena said, "You're in Oklahoma, huh? Okay. Yeah. So I enjoy you guys. And I know that you enjoy your gardens. You know, a lot of people have learned to put even the metal beds together. They don't come prepared. They come in 1,000 pieces and 100 million screws, and you got to stand there and keep doing this and tighten it up until you get it all around. And then you got your rubber band gasket to go around the edges so they're not sharp. Find a place for them. And I like the way David Corey did his when he put in the wood chips and then he put the cardboard and then he put more wood chips and how he built up his raised beds in his metal beds. Hey, Gail Hooper, where you been? I've been missing you. Nice to see you out this evening. I appreciate you taking your time to stop in and say hello to this old lady. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, G Mama. I take all, you know, I can get. Oh, it's yeah. So back to the young guys. I'm trying to see if I can get them together because I found a lot of stuff that I can put on my wagon and pull over to the lot. And if the rain don't come until tomorrow evening, I would like to get as much in the ground as possible so that it helps get them watered in and kind of get them acclimated before the temperatures jump. Cause like I'm like, really? That like it was 66 today, but it wasn't as a warm 66 because the winds was high, had a little slight chill in the air, but the sun was out and it wasn't rain. I take that back. I'm sorry. It rained super early this morning. I think that helped cool the temperatures down and then the winds picked up. So now it's supposed to be nice tomorrow and Sunday, and then Tuesday or Monday it's going to drop down to 47 degrees at night. And then it's supposed to be up in the 80s for the rest of the week. You know, it's crazy. I'm trying to handle the business, speak on that metal bed, working on one now. Yep. Yeah. So that takes a minute. I put mine together and then I had my neighbor come over and tighten the screws for me. I did them in the backyard and then he took them over to the lot for me, him and his brother. So I've been getting a lot of help from my neighbors and they've been quite nice about letting me know what they want. And most of them they like the hot peppers. So I'm growing a lot more habaneros and jalapenos and maybe some mm, just some more hot peppers. I'll put it to you like that. Because somebody sent me a lot of samples of hot peppers. So I'm dropping everything. Oh man, let me tell you. If you go through my playlist, I have actual videos I've done where I walked in my garden and the deer was standing there looking at me like, "What? You weren't supposed to come over here tonight." You know, it was crazy. It's been storming here in New Orleans for the last 2 days. Finally getting some sunshine this evening. This is the first time we didn't have a day where it didn't rain all day. It's been raining every single day. And like I said, the temperatures here has been cool, 66. This is the highest we've been for a minute. We've been 57 during the day and 47 at night. And when y'all was talking about in Texas that it was like 95, 100 degrees, y'all was sweating and ready to pass out. I was like, man, we won't see that till almost July or August. It was been raining here practically every day. All my rain barrels is full. I put out extra 5-gallon buckets of water. They all full. I mean, it was. I had some plants in water trays underneath them. I had to go dump some of that water, tilt them to dump the water out so I wouldn't drown my plants. That's how much rain we had. So now, hopefully it'll warm up, and because I've been turning my green stock, and some of the stuff was looking a little peaky. Like it was cold. I know I was. Gail said we were supposed to get rain today, but now they said tomorrow. Yeah, they saying tomorrow, Friday, for rain. G Mama says I've been dropping seeds like a crazy plant lady in the rain. I love it. Gail said no deer this year. I have a fence around everything. They watch from 2 doors down. I wish I could say the same. I don't have that same cooperation where I could put a fence up, but I would love to, believe me. Like, oh man, you wouldn't know how bad I would love for a fence company to want to just demonstrate how to put up a fence in the yard and do it for free, because I sure ain't got the money for that. Pretty girls, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I'm just, I got a lot of chicken wire, and something's been eating down my hostas. I mean, my nice hostas too. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a deer or the groundhogs or the raccoons, but anyway it go, I'm trying. I hope I don't care right now because they leaving my green stock alone. And right now, my green stock, my cilantro and dill and basil and tomatoes and cucumber stuff, they're thriving. So I'm trying to find a big piece of chicken wire to put around it before they figure out they didn't ran out of eating down my hostas and find my green stock. Because I think I would be thoroughly heartbroken if they eat up everything in my green stock after working so hard to get stuff in there, because I still got a lot of stuff. I mean, I got a lot of stuff. I got tomatoes, I got peppers, I got mullein, um, chamomile, cucumbers, lemongrass. I got a lot of stuff to go, and I'm ready to put it in the ground. But I'm trying to make sure I got enough covers for everything. I got some cloches and some other stuff to hopefully to protect my stuff long enough for it to get established before the deer find out that there's a new smorgasbord over here. Yeah, they've been tearing my hostas up, and I got some really nice hostas. I have like 8 or 9 different varieties, and they're different colors, and they just been tearing them up. Serena said one of my tomato plants, the mini spoon, got broken in the storm night before last. I didn't think about. But you know what? You can take that piece of broken tomato and just stick it in the ground. It'll start a new plant because it's got blue nodules all down the stem, and there's nothing but roots. Just stick it in the dirt, in the soil, and it'll start you another plant. Putting the top in water to grow roots, but pit in the compost. Hey, whatever works for you. Mary, grow with me, 1964. What's up, sweetie? Oh, my garden queen. I like that. Thank you so much. Oh, like me, I said, I'll drink to that. Yeah, there's been a few folks who had hail storms, and they were showing how I think Cece had one time, and she was showing the leaves after the hail. They tear it up. Yeah, I've been in a hailstorm in Texas, so I know it ain't no joke. It blew out the windshield in my daughter-in-law's car. Gmo said, I got raccoons living under my apartment building. I've been sprinkling and spraying like a Terminator. Let's see if I can find it on my phone. I found one on my back porch last night. Big, fat, juicy one. I took a picture of him and I sent it to my landlady. I'm like, yeah, I need a cage over here for this one. Yeah, I might not see it that well, but you see him? He's a big one. I don't know if it's pregnant or what, but you see how big this raccoon is? Yeah. And the killing part about it, he scared the bejesus out of me. I went, I got my blower and I was blowing the leaves in the backyard. It jumped out the trash can. We got those tall trash cans with the big lids. It jumped out the trash can and took off running, scared the crap out of me. I didn't know what it was. And we trying to figure out where it came from. Just skipped it. I see people saying hello. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Ah, Francesca. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. I had a hail a bit ago. Luckily, small pea size. Would you say, Mike? You this pea size, yeah. But the force of pea size now that can be pretty strong too. Yeah, I ain't kidding y'all. I got some fat rascals over here. You think that they got a smorgasbord in every other yard? He was huge. I think it's a pregnant raccoon looking for somewhere to have her babies. And like I said, it's been raining so much and storming. She was just looking for somewhere to just sit down. She looked like she was exhausted. And I'm just like, long as you stay out there and don't eat your way through a door or wall, we good. Yeah. So now I went to take my trash out. Do you know I tapped on top of the trash can and jumped back just in case it got in there again? Yeah. That guy looks like nothing to play. Here, our police department tell you if you have a raccoon in your yard, call them. I actually had one pull his 9 mil on one because he stood up. He was like almost 3.5 feet tall, and he growled at him. They looked for me. I was in the house and locked the door. And he unclipped his 9 mil. I said, "Yo, yeah, yeah, we got some vicious animals out here. They don't play. They gangster. I think they straight gangster. Mm-mm. I don't play with these raccoons and stuff out here. I know how sharp their claws are. They fat because they eating really good. Yeah, they vegetarians. They tearing my garden. They eating weeds, everything. My strawberries, you name it, I can claim it. Oh, yeah. Serene said up pot that 2 weeks ago. Oh, mm-mm. All right, Mike. Mike, mine were like marbles and less than 10 miles away. They were baseball size. Woo! Nah, that can do some serious damage. Yeah. I went to Wally World the other day. I didn't spend a small mint. They had markdowns on all their plants and stuff, and they had onion sets, like 1,000 of them for $2. I got the bag. I was like, I'm giving onion sets to everybody. Make some super hot pepper powder and dust your garden with it. Deer or any rodents get one. Let me tell you, I do that every year, Pepper. But with all this rain, it just washes it right off. I was spraying, I have some my own homegrown cayenne pepper, and I had some dishwashing liquid in it, and I forgot what else I added in there. And I was spraying every night. Every night I was going out spraying my hosta, spraying my plants. It was fine. That night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, it rained like cats and dogs. And I just started crying. I was like, they didn't wash everything off. And as soon as the storm wash all this stuff off, they're gonna be out there. And they did. They ate my okra, all of it, not some of it, all of it. They even bit the tops off my marigolds. They ate all my cucumbers. They were full of blossoms. I would have had cucumbers up the wazoo. They went through my brassicas. I had a tree collar. They tore my garden up and then came and got the hostas. And there wasn't nothing I could do about it. I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to respray no plants and garden and stuff. It is what it is. So now I'm trying to work on chicken wire, to kind of encircle stuff in there to keep them away. So yeah. Uh, Down. I don't see any slugs. I said I haven't seen any cabbage moths. Yeah, I haven't seen any yet because it's too cold. He broke my daddy used to chase us around the house with a coon and machete. I sure. Oh yeah. I thought of sprinkling the cayenne pepper on my plants to keep the predators away. Yeah, you can as long as it don't rain. As soon as it rains, it just washes everything off. So, and I keep a spray bottle down at the bottom of the steps. I refill it every day and I go out there about dusk and I spray everything and come back in the house. Um, as long as I spray, everything's fine. But if I miss one night, my stuff is gone. If they can smell it fresh spray, they don't mess with it. But if I miss a night, that's a wrap. So I'm really working on trying to get some good fencing and chicken wire to enclose my stuff so I can get something out of it. I get a little but I know I should be getting a lot more. The critters are enjoying my garden more than I am. One Saturday morning, my best friend came and got me, and we were going to the farmer's market to fill in stuff that I wasn't growing. So I said, let me walk over to the garden before she get here. So when I walked over there, I heard a branch. I heard something like somebody stepped on a branch and broke it. So I froze and I just stood there. And then all of a sudden, in the back of the garden, a deer head popped up like that, and I was like, oh snap. I was like, I got a deer. And then something kept moving in the side of my eye, and I looked in the corner. It was another one. I'm like, oh, for real? And then I looked at my garden. I was too late. They had already gone through it. And I was like, okay. And they was eating off some tender leaves off a tree that was hanging in the backyard. And I was like, all right. And I walked up on them. I got close enough to video them. And then I was like, y'all can go ahead because y'all already got everything. So when I went to the farmer's market, I knew what to replace because they had 80 everything. So I was like, okay. And one time I came out there, I did a video on this. They were sitting in the yard. They had 8 sitting in the yard taking a nap. And this was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I walked over there, 2 teenagers, and they wasn't small, but you could tell they were youngins. And they ate and was sitting in the yard chilling. I was like, get out, get out. And he stood up. The one teenager walked away. It was 3 of them. And then the one that was sitting, he just sat there for a minute. I said, where's the stick at? I said, oh, you getting up out of here. Then he finally stood up and did his head like that, and he walked away. I done did videos on deer. Yeah. So they be full. On spring comic. Okay. Uh SVB got 11 of my 12 squash. Oh, the squash vine board. That's what it is. See, I remember sometimes these initials that take me a minute and others it pop in. Okay. Yeah. I got a couple of squash off of mine before the vine board took it out. Did I tell you that Penny Pug Dog and I have a bunny? His name is Too Biz. Too Busy? Or Two Bits. Okay, Two Bits. That's cute. Yeah. So there's a new neighbor moving next door. I hope they got a dog. So every time they see a deer out there, it'll bark at it, scared. No, I'm not in the country. I wish I have an excuse. See, I'm near a national park for our neighborhood. It's down at the end of the street. My street does not go all the way through. When you get to the corner, you either got to go right or left. You can't go straight ahead. There's a fence. And there's a huge park. And I mean, a really big park. They have picnics and stuff. They got a big playground for the kids. They have soccer ball early in the morning, softball for the kids and stuff. It's a really nice, it's a nice park, but it's wooded. There's a lot of woods around it. And like between 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like night at the museum. Everything comes alive. I could be out on my porch on a nice warm summer night, can't sleep, and literally see the deer and raccoon and whatever coming up the street. And you can see them actually dividing, going into people's yards, knocking over trash cans. Let me tell you, these animals are super intelligent. My neighbor next door had a big rock on top of her trash can. I called her to come look out her back window. This raccoon crawled up on top of the trash can, braced himself against the garage, took his feet and rolled the stone off the trash can. And as he jumped off, it tilted the trash can. He flipped the lid, got what he wanted, and went on about his business. I was like, I'm on the phone talking to her. I said, do you see this? She was just cussing and fussing. She's like, I gotta go out there and clean all that blanket blanket. I was like, calm down. He didn't got what he wanted and he gone. Now he don't use being mad. We got gangster animals in this neighborhood. Now, this is the city. I'm in a suburb. This is the city. I'm in a suburb. Yeah, yeah. Because like I said, it's a park down at the end of the street. So they got plenty of deer. They got hawks. I've seen hawks swoop down and snatch up baby squirrels. I never had problems with rabbits or chipmunks because we got too many hawks and ravens and stuff that's in that park. They will swoop down and get all of that. I haven't seen a chipmunk, but the first year I've been here, and I've been here over 25 years. Hey, Crooked Peach, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, I got some serious predators over here. They don't play. I've seen red fox too. hmm Predators have also been worse in the city versus. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, you know what? I don't have too many problems with the two-legged ones. Actually, they've been quite helpful. Like my garden is not fenced in, so neighbors see somebody, they be like, and I got signs saying no trespassing private. And I've seen people stop in front of the garden and the neighbors say, that's Miss Shirley's garden. Don't go in there. You're not allowed. So they've been pretty good. They think yeah, they do. And right now, y'all look, my nails is doing so nicely. I cut them down because they was getting too long. This gonna last about a month. And then they'll be breaking and going down to the nubs, and I don't feel bad because I can grow nails. So they looking pretty now. I polish them, they look nice and what have you, and then I go about the business. Uh, I'm doing well, Michelle. How are you today, dog? I'm hanging in there, Crooked Peach. I am. I am. It's been days where I just want to go, "Ah!" And then I was like, for what? Why raise my blood pressure and then have my head hurt? And I'll be just like, okay, it is what it is, and move on, and I'll worry about it tomorrow. Yeah, I used to get stressed out, and I was like, I can't afford to get stressed out. It takes too long to recover when you get stressed out. It's tiring. When you get older and you got issues, it just takes too much out of it. It just sucks you dry. And you just kind of need a reprieve from it, you know? I was like, I need a break. Sam said, send us some hugs up this way, please. Our neighborhood is overrun by hordes of bunnies, and they eat the plants all the way down to the ground. They decimated my beans and onions. Why? I can send you some deer too. I done told Homestead Rachel and Stacy to come up here. They like hunting deer. I got plenty of them for you. Plenty of them. Thank you, Francesca. I appreciate it. Yep. Everybody, I am glad I have a great Pyrenees. It keeps a predator. Oh, I bet it does. Those things are absolutely gorgeous. I want to show. I'm trying to find my pictures. Here it is. I have a friend of mine. She's African. Her and her husband just celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary. And if you have African attire, they were saying wear it, and she was absolutely gorgeous. And quite a few people wore African attire. We had a good time too. I ate fufu and all kinds of seafood and some other good stuff as well. So it was a good night. I enjoyed that evening. Yeah. After that 2 months in the hospital, things roll off my back now. Yeah, it does. Hey, girl, dad cooking up deliciousness. I enjoy watching you cook. Yeah. Uh, I want to cook a slab of ribs. And I don't want to do it in the stove. I want to throw them on the grill. I'm pretty good on that, and I make a killer sauce to go with it. Yeah, I want to do the whole thing. I want to cook the ribs, some greens, make some mac and cheese, make potato salad, cornbread. Yeah, I might even throw in a small thing of coleslaw. Yeah. It's quite a few people there too, about 300. And her niece is a designer, and she designed a lot of their outfits. And the guys was looking just as sharp as the women there, and we had a good time. And a lot of our Caucasian friends too, dressed in African attire. They look pretty good, so they was macking up in there. So yeah, we had a real good time. Couldn't dance. I was enjoying watching everybody else line dance. So I was like, that's right. Give me the next year. I'll be out there throwing down, doing something. Ah, Crooked Peach. I know. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to my great grandbaby coming to the house. All the blossoms on my strawberries has fallen off and they're producing strawberries. So I said maybe another 3 weeks, my strawberries here. And they might, once it warm up next week, they might ripen a lot sooner. And I want to have my great grandbaby. She's what, 18 months? It might be a little more, 19 months. Well, she'll be two in a couple more months. So, anyway, I want her to come over here and bend down. I want to do a video of her actually plucking one of her own strawberries out of Nana's strawberry patch. You don't do spicy? Come on, Princess. Yeah. Yeah, Crooked Peach, the other white meat. Yeah. Oh, I'm a wimp when it comes to heat. Ah, okay. I've been having a taste for rib sandwich. Yeah, I've been having a taste for some good old ribs. They be so tender you can pull the bone right out of them. Be ready to slap somebody behind it. Oh yeah, and I'll fix enough for a couple of days. I might. Uh, my neighbor upstairs is Caucasian, and we're like this. We're family. He's been here 26 years. I've been here 24. We family. We watch out for each other. And he loves my cooking. He's from New Orleans originally, so he likes Cajun. He like a little spice. And every now and then he'll knock on my door and he'll say something like, "We haven't had spaghetti in a while." And I was like, "Who is we?" He's so funny. Craig is so funny. But yeah, all my strawberries were eaten up. I'm leaning towards the squirrels, but I don't have proof. Oh yeah. Oh, I fill up the freezer. My freezer's full now. I got so many cherry tomatoes in there. I need to take some of them out and make some sauces with them or dehydrate them and make a nice tomato powder to add to soups and stuff. Oh, so that could kill somebody. Okay. I don't even want to ask. Yeah, so it's a lot of things out here that I'm enjoying now, and I'm enjoying them more so because I'm not pressed for time. Before I was working in my garden helped me decompress because I was working anywhere from 12 to 16-hour shifts working at the hospital. And when I come home, I'm still in my uniform and I would deadhead flowers and pull weeds just to bring my adrenaline down because I worked in a high profile ward and we would have codes all night or whatever. We have folks going through detox and drug withdrawal and dementia. We were internal medicine. So we got everything and anything until we transferred these patients out to their assigned apartments, the departments. And I just needed to kind of decompress when I come home. And I didn't mind getting dirt up under my nails, pulling weeds and deadheading stuff, or even planting something, or watering something before I lay down. Because I know I'm going to lay down for the next 8 to 10 hours until it's time for me to get up and shower and go back to work. And my garden saved me a lot of time, especially if we've got a couple of hospice patients and, you kind of get to know them because they've been on the floor. They pass away during the course of the night, and I got to call for a toe tag and stuff like that. And I don't miss any of that. I enjoyed running the floor, but I don't miss any of the politics and some of the other things that involve my unit. And my garden saved me many a day uh, from just feeling totally wiped out. I can go in my garden and see something new that has sprouted up or something that's starting to fruit. And I was like, oh my goodness, and it kind of changed your mindset and kind of just relax you a little bit. So a garden has saved me over the years working out in it until I retire. I put a spoon of brown sugar in my sauce to cut the acidity of the tomatoes. Yeah, a lot of people do that for the acid. Yeah, yeah. Good idea. Rhonda Moffitt. Well, thank you. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you in my life before. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, Rhonda, into the live this evening. Yeah, the brown sugar is better actually because the white sugar is processed. The brown sugar is a little more natural and actually it's a little sweeter than the white sugar. Yeah, Mary, I've been waiting all my life to retire. Yeah, that's a shame. And now that I'm here, I'm so happy. I don't have to punch nobody's time clock. I ain't got to listen to the crap. That little 10-cent raise, a cost of living raise, or whatever. I don't have to worry about any of that anymore, and I don't miss none of it. Absolutely none. I miss my nurses, but I don't miss nothing else. And I do miss some of the doctors. They was cool. Nikki, hey boo. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. And I know y'all, we've gotten so far off the subject. Yes, Rhonda, that's what I thought. I kind of remember most of the folks that's come into my lives. And thank you so much for joining. And hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. And then there's some of you folks up in here that's 70 plus. I'm definitely been over 70 plus. I'm that's I don't even thrill me anymore. I'm looking for 80 now. So yeah. I, and I'm feeling that I'm not growing old as graceful as I would like to, but it's not too bad either. For the most part, I got pretty good health. Just had a few parts removed and a few parts added. Like I'm working on this knee right now. But gardening is nice. Meeting you guys are nice. Listening to your lives, and sometimes y'all help me wash dishes and clean my house or work in the yard. I put my earbuds in and just relax, and I listen to you guys when y'all have storms, and or if you're trying something new, or you got new flowers that's blossoming in your garden and you're showing them. And I like to see the guys when they say, I really like these flowers, they're really pretty. It's nice to hear a man talk about the beauty in their garden. Excuse me, they talk about a lot of things, but to hear a man saying, you know what, this pink so and so, so it's nice. I kind of like this. And it just makes me smile. My cheeks be hurting at the end of the live, watching them, how much they enjoy their gardens and the beauty that grows in them. Yeah, it does. It does. Gardening does. When you're in your garden, no one can tell you what to do. That's your piece of earth that's strictly yours. No one can tell you how to dig in it, how to grow in it. You can cry in your garden. You can pray in your garden. You can listen to music in your garden. You can dance in your garden. You can pull weeds. You can plant. You can water. You can do anything. You can stake. You can harvest. You can do anything you want in your garden. I lost years being sick, but doing better. I'm glad to hear you're doing better, Gail. You be styling and profiling, number one. Oh, a little bit. Thank you. But the garden is our haven when we get into it. We changed our gardens. Like a lot of people I'm seeing have made new improvements, and I call them upgrades. People are adding greenhouses, they're adding enclosures, they're adding fences, they're adding arbors, they're adding extension to the garden. They might be cleaning out all this lawn and saying, we don't need lawn. We can't eat lawn. We can't eat grass. So we're gonna plant some garlic and onions over here. That way we're not disturbing our main beds for our everyday growing. Right. Be one with the soil. And I do like to walk barefoot in my garden. I don't know, it's just something about squishing soil or grass between my toes when I'm out in the yard, just being grounded. I tell people all the time my garden saved my marriage. Yeah, keep from killing your husband or your significant other. Oh, okay, Peach, I understand. Do what you got to do, sweetie. Enjoy your evening. I'll see you in these YouTube streets. And yeah, they do have the best snacks. I've gone in a garden when it's like really starting to blow up. I broke off a couple of stalks of celery, popped a few cherry tomatoes in my mouth, and maybe crunched on a bell pepper or something like that. Grabbed a handful of raspberries or blackberries or whatever I got growing in there, and I come back and I'm full. and it's healthy. My stomach's not upset. I got some vitamin D out in the vitamin C out in the sun, and then I ate all this natural stuff. Good for your system. Clean it out. I say my garden is twice the size from last year. Yeah. Look at that. I'm upgrading my containers. It's been years, and I got all those containers from all these, and I got my soil now, so I'm finna go out there and fill them up and throw some stuff off into them. Yep, I want to grow. I grew carrots before, but I want to grow them on a larger scale this year, as well as beets, because I'm into juicing stuff now. So all this natural stuff coming out the garden. I was watching Cece Texas Garden, and she was pulling up all her carrots and stuff, and I was just like, look at all them carrots. Look at all of that that with this that carotene in it for eyes, good for and vitamin K and all that other good stuff. You can't get any more natural than that. It's not processed. You know what your soil is like. You know what you've added to your soil. Because, like they say, your soil feeds your plants. A lot of people don't understand that concept. It's not your plants that you get your food from, it's the soil you get it from, because it's like a house. If the foundation is not right, whatever you build on top is not going to be right either. It's going to be half but. Okay. When your soil is right, it gives the nutrition that your plants need. And then in turn, you consume the plants and you get that nutrition through them. Just like we add amendments to the soil so that our plants will be healthy. And when they're healthy, it's easier for them to fight any bugs or whatever that might attack them. Bugs don't normally attack a really healthy plant. They'll get the whatever debris that's decaying underneath it or that's on the soil. So when you keep your plants healthy, you pretty much have a healthy garden. Um, Hey, Natural Yard, how are you? You said there are times when I go to my garden and forget to brush my teeth. I just chew on some of my mint. Then I have done that. I got right now I need to dig up some of that oregano. It's taking over the garden. The mint, I mean not mint, chives. I had to pop the tops off of them because when they go to seed, I had chives from here to China. And they help keep the insects down, but they also taking up a lot of valuable real estate where I could plant something else in. So since my right leg is messed up, I can't push down on the shovel to dig that up. So I'm gonna see if I can get my neighbor to come over there and help me take some. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm gonna put it in a pot and sit it on the outsides around the garden. But they taking up valuable real estate inside where I could plant some other stuff in there. I have learned that from you all about the soil. I have never knew that before. Yeah. Cassandra says, I'm doing a complete renovation of my garden. I wish that I was able to retire when I wanted to so that I could walk in my garden more. Yeah. But just think, honey, next year or the end of the year, that's not long. I'm so excited to get to grow celery for the first time. All right, Cheryl. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's the excitement and the enthusiasm that just brings joy to you when you get a chance to grow stuff and see it grow and taste. Like I love, oh my God, celery and bell peppers blows my mind. When you grow them yourself, the flavor is so much more intense than what you get at the supermarket. My bell peppers are so fragrant. Like I tell people, hey GT, oh, my internet son. I was like, when you walk into a supermarket produce department, you don't smell anything. But you could walk in your garden and smell what's growing. My bell peppers were so fragrant till I would just stand there and sniff them. I was just like, this is what I want to be able to smell. And when I cut up in my spaghetti or in my sauces, and I love to make omelets in the summertime with fresh onions and bell pepper and stuff, saute them in the pan, and then pour my eggs and make some omelets. Oh my God, I almost eat myself into a coma. Oh man, I mean my chat just jumped. I'm missing all kinds of comments. So if I don't talk on your comments because I didn't see it. Woo! y'all on it tonight. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all you guys coming in this evening. Hey, Veggie. How are you, Veggie? I love that new setup you put in your garden. Oh my goodness. And I love the brackets too that you can put over it. Yes. Yeah. And I found I had 2 rows of what they call it, tulle that I had caught in a clearance sale at Walmart, so I can wrap it around my brassicas and other plants to keep that white moth out of it and any other little bugs that want to get in there and try to eat me out of house and home. Guava. Yeah, so I love how everybody's revamping their gardens. As you learn more about gardening, the more advanced you become in upgrading your gardens on how you want the aesthetics on. I was like, okay, I wish I'd have put this over here instead of over there, but I can still move it to it. You'll feel better. Okay, Miss Shirley. These socks are starting to tuck me in. No, thank you once again, and I'll see you soon. Okay, babe. I understand about that oxy. Believe me, been there, done that. Yeah, I love omelets. Use my fresh garden veggies. Yeah, and you can sprinkle your parsley or basil or whatever over it and just enjoy. It's pepper season. I can't wait to try the lipstick in an omelet. I'm what did I drop? On the pepper, other than my bell peppers, and I got green, red, yellow, and orange, and my cayenne, and I'm trying the how do you say leisure pepper. I'm trying that for the first time this year. So yeah, I can't wait for that. Yeah. Yes, I'm still moving stuff. Yeah, well, that's okay. You get it. And see, that's one thing about gardening. Gardening is always ongoing. It never stops. You're gonna change your garden every year. Your garden will never stay the same 2 years in a row. And I'm not just talking about aesthetics. It might be something that you grow, something that you grew this year that you don't like, so you won't be growing it next year. Okay, you didn't put that offset. That might be okay for Tom Dick, but not good for Harry. So it's gonna change. You're gonna add something new into that spot. So gardening is ongoing all the time. All the time. People who never use blood meal or bone meal or chicken manure or earthworm castings or slow release fertilizers or acidifiers for certain plants like rhododendrons, azaleas, hydrangeas, stuff like that. You're learning something new. You're constantly evolving. You, each year is something different. Some of us have chickens. Some of them have quail. Some have quail and chickens. Some people have rabbits. Some people have pigs. Some people have ducks. Some people have turkeys. And some have rabbits. Some people have all of the above. Okay. You evolve each year. You're adding something new or trying something new. And that's what I like about the garden community. If you don't like the pattern in your garden, you change it. I've seen so many people with green stalks. It's just amazing how many people have stepped up their A game buying green stalks. And then they're getting into the rabbit poop. They're getting into the chicken poop. They're getting into the cow manure. You're 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 adding and tweaking as you go. What might work for me might not work for you. What I see here in this spot, it needs to be planted in shade instead of sun. We're gonna move it over here into the shade. It'll get morning sun, but afternoon shade in order for this plant to survive. Yes, I have good bunny poop now. Yeah, my girlfriend has chickens not too far from here, and she's always bringing. And then my play granddaughter, she's always bringing me chicken salad. I have cattle also. See, but see, you have the land to have cattle, like horse manure. I plant margarine for the first time this year. I cut some every week. Great stuff. See, everybody's sleeping. I same way, Sylvia. I have the leisure orange, the red and orange. I don't have the lipstick. bell pepper, green, orange, cayenne, fish. Oh, I think I got the Scotch bonnet. Yeah, hot banana. I had that last year. I want some really tasty hot cause. Yeah, well, you need to talk to Mike. Mike is the pepper king. You grow is the tomato queen, and Mike is the pepper king. We got some folks who know how to seriously take some seeds and make to take it to the highest form. Put it like that. Um, let's see. Miss J.K. Gardner said, "Oh, all right," and it just went that way. I like the garden tower too versus the green sauce because it has a built-in. You know what though? That's okay, but that takes up a lot more space though. They a lot bigger. That's all right. Dolores, my IT lady is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't think I've done too bad today, but I always take some help. Thank you. I saw the garden tower too. They just bigger, and to me they take up a lot more space. But I do like the where you put all the your waste in the middle for the worms and stuff. So yeah. Uh, Mary Groving said, when I lived on my homestead, my pine trees were all the soil acidifiers. I steal the pine needles from the tree next door. You can't see it out this window, but they got this huge pine tree out here, and I take the needles underneath it and throw it because I have hydrangeas, rhododendrons along here, and I just throw them on there. So yeah, I do the same thing. Margarine's taking over the bed. Yeah, and that's what my oregano is doing. It's taking over the bed. It's been updated and it's taking over. I miss having free pine needles too. Yeah, I got plenty of them. There's a lot of pine trees on the street, so you can just go from house to house. They don't care. They you cleaning up their yard, take their pine needles and go on about your business. But yeah, gardening to me is adventure that you can never get tired of because you're always learning something new. It's always something challenging you. Like everybody has complained about the squash vine borer and what is that worm, that hookworm that I haven't experienced him and I hope I never do, but I'm not scared of him because if I can get to you before you get to me, it's a wrap. You out. Francisca said, I'm trying to grow me some blueberries, but my plants don't seem to do well. They have to have an acidic soil. They don't like sweet soil. So that might be one issue if you're not familiar with that. All this rain and flooding has resulted in increased E. coli levels in some lakes. So check your local levels before going swimming. If there's a risk of it, go to a different lake or swimming pool. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, oregano. Yeah, mine taking over. And I'm saying it's taking up valuable real estate. I'll do a video on that one too. Thank you, Serena, for that update. PI said, I'm so in love. PI, the first time we saw you and you was doing a live and you was trying to get them tomato cages together, I was cracking up. I was like, I got to give it to her. She's determined to get it together, and you did, and you've been going strong ever since. I put coffee grounds around them for that. Yeah, I do that too. I save all my coffee grounds. Yeah, I put that in there. Okay. Thank you, Serena. But yeah, it's nice to know that we're constantly trying something new. Like I know girl dad cooking up deliciousness. He's always venturing out into new veggies and stuff. I tried a head of cabbage from a friend's garden compared to the cabbage I normally would buy in the store. I got mad. I didn't think cabbage could ever taste that good. It was so big, I was able to split it up and make fried cabbage, cabbage soup, coleslaw, and what else was that? Oh man, I can't think of the other one. It was something else. So yeah, so sauerkraut. So it was just absolutely delicious. Blew my mind how good that something can come from being grown. I use my loose tea. I don't drink coffee. Okay. Hey, they all work though. They're all biodegradable. It doesn't make a difference. The other day, I've been eating a lot of broccoli and cauliflower lately. And if I don't eat the stems, I chop the stems up and I throw them in my super juice. I threw some beet peels, pieces of my broccoli, what's it, some carrot stems, and it was a bunch eggshells and coffee grounds and stuff. I threw it in my super juice. And when I was at the dollar store the other day, I found one of those netted laundry bags. So I was like, shoot, I could throw all of this in and dump it in my rainwater and I don't have to worry about it all being in the way. That way, when I get through, I can pull that whole thing out and dump it in the garden, bury it up underneath there, and let it keep composting down till it's nothing. Oh Lord, was your ears burning, CC? How are you, CC? How are you? Yeah, I'll say what you want to make some coleslaw. I hear you, G Mama. Um, yeah, I was teasing CC about the rain that was coming her way. Does her watermelon have water wings? Do they have swimsuits? And she was asking me, since it's so cold in Ohio, did my watermelon have a coat? I said, at least my watermelon can swim. So, yeah. So yeah. So I enjoy watching Cece in her garden and all the things she does. I was talking about your carrots, Cece. I said you made me want to go out there and take a whole pack of carrots and dump them. I got a little kiddie pool over there that's deep enough that I can really get a nice harvest on the carrots. So yeah, that would be sweet. Natural Yard said nothing beats what you plant yourself. Since I started planting tomatoes, I haven't eaten store bought tomato. Please, store bought tomatoes taste like water, and they're meaty and they have no taste to them. Yes, they certified now. Oh, were you the instructor with your yellow boots? Yeah. So yeah, so I'm trying a lot of stuff. Like my girlfriend, she when she brought me home today, she said she didn't have any string beans. And I said, I got plenty of string beans. She said, I don't want the bush, I want the pole. And I was like, girl, please. I went to the garage. She said, you got seeds out here? I said, I got seeds everywhere. I found her a pack of beans for her garden. Yes, ma'am. Get you some carrots. Yeah, them carrots look good though. You was working on them carrots. Yeah, but I just really enjoy gardening. Gardening has been part of my life, all my life. So it's just if I was to stop gardening, that would almost kill me because I'd be trying to figure out how I'm gonna fill this void. You say you're gonna have to start eating what is in season. Yeah, yeah, and that's why I like my farmer's garden. I found out that he has a greenhouse, huge greenhouse, right next to where they have their farmer's garden at, and he had everything in there. He had, I was like, when he told me he had comfrey, because I already got mullein from him the week before. I said, you didn't tell me you had comfrey too. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait right here till you go get some comfrey. And so he had to tell the other customer they're gonna have to wait. So she was here earlier. She been asking for this. And he went and got my comfrey. So I got comfrey and mullein. I was like, oh yeah. And then he brought me back some chamomile with all the flowers on it. I was like, I can make me a fresh cup of chamomile tea right now and put this in the ground and wait for it to flourish some more. I was like, oh, I was like, Adam, you have become my new vendor. Long bean. I saw your video the other day when you was cutting off them long beans. You said the little skinny ones was better than the other ones where you could feel the seeds up in. I seen you said you cut them, you like them better than string beans, that they cut them up and real good. Wait a minute. What's that? Dollar sign OG Gardeners. Oh, well, welcome, welcome. I've never seen you in my life. Thank you so much. But you can't have OG coming up in here. Ain't but one OG up in here. But thank you. I appreciate you. Do you have a channel of your own? If you do, hit exclamation mark MSOG. Drop your channels and let us know where you're located at and how we can get in touch and come check you out to see what you're about. Greatly appreciate that. G Mama said, I planted pole beans by accident. I didn't research them before I sowed. Whole beans is good now. They no different than any other bean. They're all nutrition, So hey, excla- exclamation mark MSOG to drop your line. So yeah, um, it's fascinating that we all pick something different that we fall in love with. Oh, the chat just jumped. We got heavy rains just a minute ago. Heavy downpours, just regular rain fall now. Yeah. Was that she sunshine? Hey, hon. So, Suki now. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Every now and then, my mom said, a little soap and water and a little top hat, kind of clean up nice. I'm growing the scarlet red green beans for the first time. I like them. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Contagious gardening. Okay. All right. Appreciate that. So yeah, I love gardening. And as gardeners, don't go in a garden center and somebody said, "Do you know anything about this?" And you be looking at them, and it's just like a light bulb go ding. She asked the wrong person about this. What kind of yard you have? Which direction are you facing? Is it in the sun? Is it in the shade? Is this your first time? Yada da da da. By the time you didn't gave a whole lecture to this woman, you don't know if they're gonna go home and garden or say the heck with this, but you try to be helpful. Top hat. I got those in the blueberries. The blueberries that Jig sent me, J3, out of the three, the two I'm doing well, one died, but the other two are doing so well they actually got blueberries on it. And they're turning blue. Ooh, excuse me. I get crazy hiccups. When my hiccups come, they be like off the chain. Ooh. Yeah, so I planted some bush beans in my green stock, so I'm really looking forward to them. I planted quite a few, maybe about 2, 4, 6, 8. Hopefully, that's enough for me to keep collecting beans so that I can have some to stir fry with or cook with. Or since she drinks medicinal tea every day, love that for her. Yeah, it's good. It's natural. All those flowers will be beans. The beans got get big fast. I'm waiting on the weather to warm up. Once the weather warm up, my garden will take off. Uh, it is safe to plant comfrey in the bed. The one I planted last year in a container has not turned into two plants, but I don't know if it dropped seeds or if the roots just spread like we. Don't put comfrey in a bed. Put it in a pot. Comfrey and mullein is invasive. They once they get root, they will take off and it'll be popping up everywhere. If you don't mind it pop, if you got it in a corner where you don't mind it popping up, that's fine. But it's just like any other herb. If you don't put it in a pot and once it drops seeds, you can't get rid of it. It's gonna be popping up everywhere. And that's up to you on how you like that. They're invasive. I'll put it to you like that. They're invasive. So it's up to you. Friend gave me a big bag, planted them like crazy. Okay, nothing wrong with that. My blue Adirondacks potatoes never got very big either. That's okay. Just try a different method and see. Sometimes it might be the soil or the container. I'm so happy though. I got my Beauregard sweet potatoes. They're gonna be planted tomorrow. I'm not gonna wait till June the 1st and put them in the ground. I got them now. I got them now, and I'm gonna cover them with chicken wire because I know the deer will eat them. Comfrey has insane deep roots. I have 3 in my little garden. Let me tell you, I planted was a lemon balm in a garden in the back corner. It dropped seeds. I got lemon balm 2 doors down. I didn't collect the seeds come fall. The wind came and took them. Yeah, keep it in the pot. Yep, you're welcome, son. Keep it in the pot. Don't put it. And if you got any screen, put a piece of screen over the hole in the bottom because the roots will still go through the hole in the bottom of your pot and still send out runners. So if you got a screen that you can put over the hole, that'll stop the roots from going down into the soil because it's the same principle. You give it a what do they call it? An escape route, it's gonna take you. So if you got any screening or any kind that you can put in the bottom of your pot first to cover that hole, because it will go down into the soil and send out runners. Same thing. Oh, everybody saying hello to one another. Thank you, Dolores. I appreciate you. I do, I do, I do. Yeah, so that's the way it is about gardening. I just love it. And now my apple tree, my honey crisp didn't get as full as it normally does, but it still got apples on it. And my pink lady is cutting up. Now the garden center we went to today, they had the really nice big pots, but they weren't free. They wanted $34 for the big ones, the really big ones. And then the next one was 24.99, and then the smaller ones was 19.99. I said, I'm not paying you for them pots. I'm good. That's like callaloo. The seed blow in the wind and you will have it popping up everywhere. Yeah, I planted some milkweed because I like the butterflies. I got milkweed popping up everywhere now because I didn't collect the seeds come fall. So yeah, this time I have my potatoes in full sun and they are in grow bags and one is in a pot. And with all this rain, oh, okay. With all this rain, they have really taken off, as has the garlic. Okay. Yeah, rain to do that. God's water has a tendency of doing that. Hey, Kenneth Wilkinson, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. G Mama says, I use landscape fabric in the bottom of my pots and my roots don't circle. Okay. That's a good thing. Well, I got these new bags that Gina hit me to that's at Aldi's, and they're really nice. So I'm kind of excited in trying them out for the first year. And I got like 3, 6, 9 of them. So I can't make up my mind what I want to put in. Oh, yeah, Callaloo come back every year. I love them. Okay. Hey, there you go. Jigs, was your ears burning? I was talking about you. It was in a good way. But good evening. Nice to see you here this evening. I was just talking about the blueberries that you sent me. Out of the 3 plants I had, one died, but the other 2 is doing fine, and they actually got blueberries on them. So I'm quite happy with that. I hope to see a bigger harvest on them next year as well. Thank you, Jigs. I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. Dolores is awesome. She is. You hit the nail on the head, GT. I love it too. I use it for greens in this hot heat. Okay. Okay, Mama, I'm going to try that too. Yeah. I think the hell was quarter size and smaller though. Okay. But yeah, gardening is, what I like about gardening? It doesn't matter what your status is in life, whether you rich or poor, or you like, it's just the hustle in the garden. You had uh, Michelle Obama, growing brassicas in the White House. And then, we got brassicas in the hood. you know, it doesn't make a difference what your status is. It's just awesome. Uh, in regards to growing, it just, you just love to do it. I have to run to the store. See you later. Love you. Be careful out there. Enjoy your evening. G Mama says it helps root. Okay, yeah, the root pruning, yeah. And you don't have those circles in your roots, and you don't have to do it as often. Hey, Shiny 2003. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just love it. You got folks leaving and you got folks coming in, and I love that. Everybody get a chance to stop in and say hello to Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. But yeah, everybody tries something different. And then when we had the what was that? The seed must, and everybody was getting different seeds. So folks is trying something different that they haven't tried before. And then some folks had tried stuff and say, "Ew, I don't like that." I grew those yellow pear tomatoes, not my jam. I grew them. They were prolific. I mean, them bad boys grew all summer. I was giving them away because they was just growing too much. But for some reason, that taste just didn't ring my bell. So I won't be growing them again. I'll grow something else. But the yellow pear tomato, mm-mm. Now I tried the lemon boy tomato. Oh my God. I'll be growing those for the rest of my life. The lemon boy is not like the red tomato. It's less acidic, but it has a mild taste. It's just good. Gardening is special. My community garden has Harvard and MIT students visit and do their own research. Okay, that's good. Because if you in college, there's gonna be many meals you're gonna miss. If you got a garden, you're gonna eat. So I hope they learn that in their lesson. They put that in their notes, okay? No, we ain't talking about rolling it up and smoking. We talking about growing something and eating, okay? Okay, sis, hit me. She is shine. Shiny, you and she is sunshine. Y'all tickle me. Y'all funny. But it's just amazing how gardening brings people together. All right. I never knew any of you people before the pandemic, and now we have become family. Our name's so close, you made me add INGS. I didn't make you do that. You did that on your own. But thank you anyway. I ain't mad at you. Oh, yeah. And we never known each other. And then I met you guys, some of you guys, at the Soil Family Expo, and it was just a beautiful thing. Yeah, try them lemon boys, G Mama. You won't be mad. You'll love it. Sylvia said, I'm trying the orange accordion for the first time. I hope I like it. It's a huge tomato waiting for it to blush. Okay. I don't think I've heard of the orange accordion though. That's new. I've never heard that name. That's all right though. Yeah. I was CC, I'm watching what was that I was watching in your garden? I didn't see you put out the toothache plant. Did you grow it again this year? I know I've seen all the baby dang, my brain just went blank. But anyway, that fruit that Jay grow in California, yours is having babies all over the place. So I hope to see that you get some more of that fruit. Homemade wine is pretty good. Why is it when we drink stuff, we just automatically put our pinky up? Like as when we got them big manners. Anyway, I want to get out there. My celery and I think those are, is it broccoli? It's either broccoli or Brussels sprouts. They're starting to outgrow the containers they're in. So I want to get them in the ground. If it rains tomorrow evening, I'm going to get my stuff in the ground before it gets hot next week. I'm trying the yellow boy tomato for the first time this year. They're good. I ain't kidding. They good. You gonna enjoy them. Oh, you trying them this year? All right, G Mama, the toothache plant. Okay. Uh, I had gotten, and they got this big. No lie, it got this big, and I got invited to a barbecue last year, and I sliced it up and took it and put it on the table with the rest of the food. And someone said, "Who brought the tomatoes?" I said, "I did." They said those tomatoes was the bomb. When I went back in there, it wasn't a tomato left on. They ate all those tomatoes. They said they liked them because they wasn't real acidy and the flavor in them was just awesome. And I mean, they get big. They get pretty doggone big. Oh, would you say panky out? I should have known that Nikki would come up with that. Panky out. Yeah. But I like the orange cucumber too now. I got the little things like that, and I had gotten 2 cucumbers on the vine, and I took them over to my granddaughter's house and I sliced them up and put them in the dish. Even the baby liked the cucumber. She was putting on, she was sucking up. She kept going, and she's looking at me and just smiling. So the lemon cucumber I like, and the lemon boy tomato I fell in love with. Just me. Everybody's taste buds is different. I can't guarantee you. I didn't like the yellow pear tomatoes, and other folks said they love the yellow pear tomatoes. So, how they said different strokes for different folks. Everybody's taste buds is not the same, you know. So, if you like it, my mama used to say, I love it. Hey. So yeah, so I'm in for trying stuff new. I love experimenting. I'm growing hyssop for the first time this year. Okay, nothing wrong with that. So like I said, I'm growing the leisure peppers for the first time. I got the red and another one. Um, my okra is starting to come up. I forgot about that. My okra is coming up, and I got the regular kind. Then I got the little short bush version uh, kind. So I'm looking forward to seeing which one is more prolific in putting out for that and keeping it before the other animals get to it as well. I got some more seeds left from my tree collards. Uh, and I'm just like, it's some people in our YouTube streets we haven't seen in a while. And I hope everybody is doing okay. I was going through my notebook and I was looking at some of the names. That was one thing I wanted to bring up. I didn't like that yellow pear tomato. Say so. It wasn't just me, huh? Mary, grow with me. You will love the leisure. They are so sweet and spicy. You know why I said that? Because who's that? Asia, Yellow Door. She was saying how much she loved the leisure peppers. So yeah, I'm ready to try that. I always kind of keep a note on people I haven't seen in a while or heard from. Um, that that one young lady that popped in, Sonia. Do y'all remember Seeds, Soil, and Sunshine? She was here for a hot minute, then she kind of disappeared. Mary Girl, I love the yellow pear. Ooh, you like it, Nikki? Okay, okay. Jones Truth, we haven't seen in a while. Uh, Homestead Rachel hasn't popped up that much. She's been, here and there, but haven't seen her like we normally see her. And Wanda Carr Jones, Duval, Just One Ella, Country Hustle 101. So if you see these folks and other ones, tell them I said hello, that they've been missed. So sometimes I see them every now and then on maybe a late night show like on Georgia Peach Nut or Sifting with Soil. But it's just nice to know that, we got some folks that's kind of MIA. And if you're thinking about them or they near you or you are familiar with these individuals, just tell them that, shout out that they're missed, you know. So, yeah. Keep 10 in your prayers. She lost her brother. And so there's, we got a lot of sickness in our group. I'm not privy to tell everybody's business, but everybody pretty much know that her brother was in critical condition. He passed away. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that. So, keep her in your prayers. It'd be greatly appreciated. Am I on the list? Psalms, we know you're going to come in there and let us know that you cooking for somebody or you checking the kids or you be jumping in my life. Talking about first, I saw, okay, Duval City Girl last night, late night. Yeah, sometimes I see her every now and then jumping up on Georgia Peach Nut or either Mona, but I don't see him too much during the daytime. So I just like to know that some of these folks is okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay no attention to Psalms, Nikki. Don't even. Psalms is she'll come back. If she don't come back as herself, she coming back as her son or her husband. When you start seeing the Hispanic names and other stuff in there, it ain't nobody but Psalms. Oh yeah, say prayers for 10. Yeah, she's going through a rough time right now, losing her brother. Everybody saying hello to one another. Oh wow, I did more than an hour and a half, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here because my foot's swelling. Ouch. Sorry, y'all. Pain just shot through my leg. Just let me know. I need to prop my leg up and put some ice on it. But I just want to say that thank you all for so much for taking the time to go check out this old lady on Thursday night. This is Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. And like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Hit that notification button so that you'll be notified of any new videos I might upload. So I'm going to say good night. Y'all have a good evening. Check out other folks that's still going live this evening. I know Tampa going live. And just enjoy your evening. Relax. Have a good evening. Tomorrow's Fridays. So for some of y'all, it's TGIF. I got TGIF every night. I earned it though. So as I always say, enjoy your day. And y'all come back now. You hear?